your day. You see, luck might bring you one opportunity, but without discipline, you will waste it. Discipline is the foundation that transforms small efforts into massive results. So, as we begin this journey together, I want you to forget about luck and focus on building discipline, because discipline is not just a habit, it is the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. Discipline is the silent force that shapes your character. While most people keep hoping for better circumstances, the disciplined person creates those circumstances. Think about it. Luck can make you $1, but discipline can make you a fortune. Luck might help you win a moment, but discipline helps you win a lifetime. Every day you face small choices: wake up early or sleep in, read a book or waste time, invest your money or spend it carelessly. These choices may look small, but over time they define your destiny. A disciplined person chooses growth over comfort, responsibility over excuses, and long-term reward over short-term pleasure. So remember, the question is not whether you are lucky. The real question is, are you disciplined enough to create your own luck? When discipline becomes your daily partner, you no longer wait for miracles, you become the miracle. And that, my friend, is where true success begins. Success is never built in a single day. It is built in the small, ordinary days that seem unimportant but shape everything. Your daily routine is like the blueprint of your future. Show me your routine, and I will show you where your life is heading. If your days are filled with wasted hours, distractions, and laziness, then your future will reflect the same. But if your days are built on discipline, learning, and purposeful action, then success will be inevitable. Think of your routine as the soil where seeds of greatness are planted. If you water the soil daily with good habits, the harvest will come. Reading, exercising, writing, planning. These small steps repeated consistently create a giant impact. The truth is, people don't decide their future, they decide their habits, and their habits decide their future. A strong routine turns ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Your routine is your silent teacher. It trains your mind, your body, and your character without needing applause. The problem is, many people design their routine by accident. They wake up without a plan, react to whatever happens, and then wonder why life feels empty. Success demands that you design your day with intention. A clear morning ritual, time for learning, time for work, and even time for rest. This balance creates power. Remember, success doesn't ask what you do once in a while, it asks what you do every single day. Reading for 10 minutes, saving a small amount, or practicing a skill may seem too small to matter today. But over years, these habits will transform your entire destiny. Don't underestimate the power of your daily routine. If you can control the structure of your day, you can control the outcome of your life. Discipline and routine is the first step toward freedom. Success is not a mystery. It leaves behind a trail of clues that anyone can follow. Every great achievement you see in the world today is the result of patterns, principles, and habits that were applied consistently. The good news is, these clues are not hidden. They are available to anyone who is willing to observe, learn, and apply them. If you study successful people, you will notice they share certain behaviors. They read more, they plan their time, they take care of their health, they save and invest, they stay disciplined. None of this is luck. These are habits you and I can practice too. Imagine if you simply copied the morning routine of a successful person, or adopted the mindset they use to solve problems. Your life would begin to shift in the same direction. Success is predictable because it leaves clues everywhere. The only question is, are you paying attention? Think of success like a recipe. If you follow the ingredients and the steps, you can cook the same meal. The challenge is that most people ignore the recipe. They see the results of successful people but never study the process behind them. That's why Jim Rohn said, if you want to be wealthy, study wealth. If you want to be happy, study happiness. The answers are already out there. When you read biographies, listen to mentors, or observe great leaders, you are collecting the clues they left behind. The difference between winners and losers is that winners apply what they learn, while losers keep searching for shortcuts. Remember, you don't need to reinvent success, you simply need to recognize the clues, adopt them into your own life, and stay consistent. The path is visible, the examples are clear. All you need is the humility to learn and the discipline to follow the trail. Everyone has goals. Some people dream of wealth, others of health, others of building a business, or leaving a legacy. But here's the truth. Goals alone don't guarantee success. Dreams are only the starting point. The real question is, What will you do every day to move closer to them? That is where discipline comes in. Discipline is the bridge between what you want and what you get. Without discipline, goals remain wishes. With discipline, goals become plans, and plans become reality. Imagine two people with the same dream. One practices discipline daily, the other waits for motivation. A year later, one has results, the other has excuses. That's the power of discipline. Discipline means doing what is necessary even when it is difficult. It means staying committed long after the excitement of setting the goal has faded. Without this bridge, your goals collapse into disappointment. Think of discipline as the daily price you pay for the life you want. Success demands payment in advance, and discipline is the currency. The person who practices discipline may not see instant rewards, but over time, the compounding effect creates extraordinary results. Like bricks building a strong bridge, every disciplined choice makes the path to your goals more solid. Too many people give up halfway because the journey feels slow, but discipline is not about speed, it is about direction. Even small, steady steps guided by discipline will eventually cross the bridge. Without it, you remain stuck on the side of dreams, never reaching the land of achievement. So ask yourself, are you willing to walk the bridge every day, no matter how long it takes? If the answer is yes, then success is not a matter of luck, it is only a matter of time. Discipline is the bridge, and you must walk it. Failure is not the end, it is simply feedback. Every time you fail, life is teaching you something valuable. The problem is that most people see failure as a signal to stop, when in reality it is only a signal to adjust. Think about it. A baby falls hundreds of times before learning to walk. Each fall is part of the process. Yet as adults, we fear failure so much that we stop trying. Winners and losers both experience failure, but their response is different. Losers use failure as an excuse, while winners use it as information. Failure says, "This path didn't work, try another." It sharpens your judgment and prepares you for bigger challenges. Without failure, you cannot grow strong enough to handle success. Remember, failure is not your enemy. Ignoring its lesson is. The quicker you adjust after failing, the sooner you move towards success. Failure is like a mirror. It reflects what you need to improve. If you are wise, you won't run from it. You will study it. Every great inventor, every great leader, every successful entrepreneur has a history of failure. The difference is they refuse to quit. They ask the right question: what can I learn from this? That single shift turns failure into growth. Adjusting quickly is the secret. Don't spend years repeating the same mistake. Observe, correct, and move forward. Life rewards those who adapt fast. Just like a pilot makes small corrections during flight to stay on course, you must adjust when things go wrong. If you treat failure as your teacher, every setback becomes a stepping stone. Success is not about never falling. It is about rising faster each time you do. With every adjustment, you grow stronger, wiser, and closer to your dreams. Your life today is the sum of your habits. Every choice you make, no matter how small, becomes part of a pattern that shapes your destiny. You don't decide your future directly, you decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. That is why successful people guard their daily habits carefully. Think of habits like seeds. Plant good habits, reading, exercising, saving money, practicing gratitude, and in time you will harvest success, health, and happiness. Plant bad habits, wasting time, complaining, overspending, ignoring health, and you will harvest regret and struggle. The truth is, habits are powerful because they work quietly. You may not notice their impact today, but over months and years they create a massive difference. Small disciplines practiced daily eventually separate the winners from the losers. Your destiny is hidden in the habits you practice when no one is watching. Habits are like invisible architects of your life. They quietly design your days, and over time they design your years. That's why Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." If you want to change your life, don't wait for luck, change your habits. Examine your routine honestly. Which habits are moving you forward and which are holding you back? Replace one negative habit with a positive one, and watch how your life begins to shift. For example, turning off the TV to read for 30 minutes a day may not feel dramatic now, but in 5 years it could mean a new career, new wealth, or a completely new mindset. Remember, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Shape your habits carefully, because they will shape the destiny you live tomorrow. Education is important, but not all education is equal. Formal education, schools, colleges, and degrees can prepare you to make a living. It can help you find a job, earn a salary, and survive. But if you want to create real wealth, freedom, and influence, you must go beyond formal education. That is where self-education begins. Self-education means taking responsibility for your own growth. It means reading books that expand your mind, listening to mentors who challenge you, and learning skills that the classroom never taught. The world is filled with people who stopped learning after graduation, and they wonder why life feels limited. Successful people never stop learning. They treat self-education as a lifelong commitment. Your formal education may end at a certain age, but your self-education should continue until your last breath. That's how fortunes, breakthroughs, and lasting success are built. The greatest leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurs were not limited by their formal education. They went further, feeding their curiosity every single day. Self-education teaches you what the classroom cannot: how to think independently, how to adapt to change, and how to recognize opportunities. In today's world, information is everywhere. The only question is, are you hungry enough to learn? Imagine reading one book a month for the next 5 years. That's 60 books, 60 new ideas, 60 new mentors, 60 new strategies. Such learning can transform your thinking and your income. Formal education may prepare you to work for others, but self-education prepares you to build your own future. So don't stop at a diploma. Begin a lifelong journey of discovery. Remember, your library can make you richer than your university. True freedom begins when you decide to become a student for life. Time is the most precious resource you have. Unlike money, you cannot earn more of it, borrow it, or save it for later. Once an hour is gone, it is gone forever. That is why successful people treat their time with extreme respect. They know that how they use each day determines the quality of their future. Most people waste hours on distractions, television, gossip, scrolling endlessly on their phones. Then they wonder why their goals remain distant. The truth is simple. Your life is made up of days, and your days are made up of hours. Waste your hours, and you waste your life. Guard your time like a treasure chest. Ask yourself, is this activity bringing me closer to my goals or pushing me further away? Small, wise uses of time each day create extraordinary results over the years. Think of time as life itself. Every hour you spend is a piece of your life you will never get back. That is why wise people schedule their days carefully. They set priorities, they focus on what matters, and they refuse to waste time on meaningless distractions. If you do not value your own time, others will waste it for you. Jim Rohn used to say, either you run the day or the day runs you. If you wake up without a plan, the world will decide how you spend your hours. But if you wake up with clarity and discipline, you take control of your future. Success does not come from doing extraordinary things once in a while. It comes from managing your ordinary hours with extraordinary care. Respect time, and time will reward you with a life of purpose and achievement. Money is a tool, and like any tool, it must be managed with discipline. Earning more is not enough if you spend carelessly. Many people increase their income but never increase their wealth because they lack financial discipline. Jim Rohn often said, "It's not the amount that counts, it's the plan." Without a plan for saving and investing, money slips through your fingers. Financial discipline begins with simple steps. Spend less than you earn, save consistently, and invest wisely. Even small savings, if done regularly, can grow into great wealth over time. The habit matters more than the amount. Wealth is not built by luck, but by discipline in handling every dollar. If you cannot manage a little, you cannot manage a lot. Financial independence comes when you respect money, track it, and put it to work for you instead of working only for it. Wealth is not only about making money, it is about keeping money and multiplying it. Too many people spend to impress others while wise people invest to secure their future. Every dollar you spend is gone forever, but every dollar you save and invest has the power to grow. That is why Jim Rohn taught the principle of paying yourself first. Before you spend on luxuries, set aside money for savings and investments. Investing does not mean gambling or chasing quick returns. It means putting your money into assets that produce value over time. Education, business, real estate, or the stock market. Even small investments compound into significant results when given time. Remember, financial freedom is not a dream. It is the result of disciplined choices repeated daily. Save first, spend later, and let your money work for you. That is the true path to lasting wealth. Success is not only about skills or opportunities, it is about character. Your character is the foundation upon which every achievement stands. Without strong character, success cannot last. Money, fame, or power may come for a moment, but without honesty, discipline, and integrity, they will quickly disappear. Character is built through choices. Every time you keep a promise, tell the truth, or act with integrity, you are strengthening the foundation of your life. Strong character earns trust, and trust opens doors that talent alone cannot. People may admire your success, but they will follow your character. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." Becoming better means developing strength of character, patience, courage, responsibility, and kindness. These qualities are not built overnight. They are built daily. And once developed, they protect your success and give it meaning far beyond wealth or recognition. Strong character is like armor. It protects you when life tests you. Challenges will come, temptations will appear, and shortcuts will look attractive. But your character decides how you respond. A weak character breaks under pressure, but a strong character stands tall even when it is difficult. That is why true success is not measured by what you achieve, but by who you become in the process. To build strong character, practice small disciplines daily. Keep your word even when it is inconvenient. Do the right thing even when no one is watching. Treat people with respect even when they cannot benefit you. These simple acts compound into greatness. Remember, the greatest fortune you can leave behind is not money but the legacy of your character. Wealth may fade, achievements may be forgotten, but the strength of your character will inspire generations to come. The people you spend time with shape who you become. Their attitudes, their habits, and their mindset rub off on you, whether you realize it or not. If you surround yourself with negative, lazy, and small-minded people, you will slowly become like them. But if you associate with disciplined, ambitious, and positive people, their energy will lift you higher. Jim Rohn often said, "Don't join an easy crowd, you won't grow." Growth requires challenge, and challenge often comes from being around people who expect more from you. If your circle doesn't inspire you, it is not a circle, it is a cage. Choose friends, mentors, and partners who push you to rise, not people who pull you down. Remember, your environment is stronger than your willpower. Change your associations and you change your future. Every relationship is like an elevator. It either takes you up or brings you down. That is why you must be intentional about who you allow into your life. Spend less time with complainers, gossipers, and those who drain your energy. Instead, seek out mentors, visionaries, and people who live with discipline and purpose. Their example will challenge you to grow beyond your limits. Remember, association does not always mean friendship. You can still love people without letting their habits influence you. Limit your time with those who pull you down and increase your time with those who lift you up.